Greeks trip on LSD. It's the question that we began this whole channel with. But I'd like to remind the reasons as to why we find it interesting. It's not the answer, and it's obviously tongue in cheek. Obviously, there was no LSD in the form that we understand it today as the lysergic acid that was invented by Albert Hofmann. If they had something, it must have been different. But even that is not the essence. The essence comes by way of an image that we learn at school. When we learn basic mathematics, we learn by analogy. We say, there is 5 apples, then Johnny has 20 apples. If there is 10 apples, how many apples does Johnny have? And you have to solve this little equation and say, if for 5, 20, then for 10, 40. You solve this little equation. So the equation we're trying to solve is, if for the whitewashed statues and temples that we were led to believe was the aesthetic of the ancient Greeks, there corresponded a similarly white and whitewashed Socrates, the ones you see in French paintings with one hand pointing to the sky and a long gray beard pointing downwards. If the whitewashed temple corresponded to this whitewashed mind, now that we know that the temples and statues were bright and full of color, like in a psychedelic trip, what is the mind that corresponds to this new reality? What is the Socrates who, rather than pointing to the sky, went down into the Eleusinian mysteries and was revealed the secrets of the gods, which he quotes time and again, yet these quotes have been relatively downplayed in favor of his introduction of logic and the first principle of non-contradiction that you may find on Plato's Republic. If for the white statues corresponded a whitewashed, not racially, but brain whitewashed Socrates, for the colored, bright statues, who is the Socrates that corresponds? Who is the true Socrates?